BookTube, it's Jackie. How's it going? If you're new to me and this is the first time you're seeing my face, hello, what's up? My name's Jackie. I sit on my floor and I talk about books. So I hope that's why you're here, because that's what's going to be happening today. If you're not new to me, thank you for always tuning in and the continued support. I really do appreciate it. So today for you, I have my Christmas book haul. These are all the books that I was gifted this year for Christmas. I actually did not receive any gift cards for books. So I received gift cards, but not for books. So these are all the books that I was actually picked out by people and given to me. And then I also have my book of the month books, which I did pick out for myself. Let's just be honest. So if you'd like to find out what my family and friends decided would be good books for my collection, grab yourself a drink, have yourself a seat, and let's get talking some books. Okay. So for starters, I do need to preface that all of these books were purchased by my husband. He wanted to actually buy me books this year instead of just getting me a gift card. So, through some trial and error, because my husband does actually not use Amazon. He prefers the old-fashioned kind of actually going to a store and buying something. He's very old school like that, which is fine. Through some trial and error, because our phones weren't wanting to talk to each other, and me sending my Amazon list, my Amazon wish list to my husband, and him not being able to open it and all this other crap, we finally got some books and pictures sent to him that I wanted, and he went with my daughter to go purchase some books for me for Christmas. And he did fantastic. Let me tell you, he did a good job, and he decided to get kind of gutsy and do a cover buy. He saw a book, he saw a cover that he thought, oh, Jackie would want to read this book because it's right up her alley. And he took a shot. And we're going to find out if it worked for his advantage or not. So let's just get right into the books that my husband gifted me this year. Now, I do have some books here that are also from Book of the Month that I purchased for myself for Christmas, and then some other books that came in a little bit before Christmas that I just haven't hauled yet, so I'll be including those at the end. But this first round are the books that my husband purchased for me. So, Lauren, if you were watching this, because sometimes he does watch my videos, I love you. Thank you so much for going out of your way and actually buying me books and not just giving me a gift card. I know it was probably very frustrating to find some of these books, and I'm sure you had a lot of fun with Lizzie going book shopping for me. But thank you for doing that. You mean the world to me, and I will treasure all of these. And for that one special book, I definitely will give it a shot. So, all right, let's get into it. So the first book he got me was the next installment of the new cover releases of the Ice Planet Barbarian series. This, I believe, is number 7. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is number 8. It's number 8, and this is Barbarian's Taming. I am nowhere close to even reading this installment, but I am collecting all these new covers because I love the way the new covers look. I think they look a lot better than the original covers. And I tend to read one of these every Valentine's Day, every February, because, I mean, it's blue aliens that are giant 7-foot-tall aliens. I have read the first 3 installments, I think, the first 3 installments. So you will be seeing me continue the series this year. So I'm very glad to have this on my shelf. I love the way these covers look. I think they're beautiful. The spines, they just have a nice look on my shelf, and I think they're awesome. And okay, here's my thing. Are they generally written well? They're fine. They're giant 7-foot-tall blue aliens that are ribbed for her pleasure. Okay, I'm not reading this for the plot, okay? Let's just be honest. I'm not reading these books for the plot. These are just fucking fun. These are just fun, tawdry smut and aliens. So, yeah. And since I like cold, these are my guys, okay? They are. So my husband decided to gift one to me. So thank you, babe. I appreciate it. Another book he picked up for me, and I've wanted this one for quite a while. It's been on my Amazon list for a hot minute, and every time I go to Barnes & Noble, I see it, and I think, oh, I'm going to buy it, and I never do because I find something else. So he finally got it for me, and that's Penelope Douglas's Birthday Girl. I know nothing about this book. I just know that people say it's amazing. So I have plans for when I'm going to be reading this. It's not going to be anytime soon, but it's probably going to be around my birthday. I mean, I'll just be the cheesy person and read it around my birthday. Let's just be honest. But I keep eyeballing this, and every time I walk by the store, I'm like, I really want that book, and I never buy it. So my husband finally just bought it for me. So thank you. So I own the Haunting Adeline and Hunting Adeline duology from H.D. Carlton, and my daughter Elizabeth was with my husband. He was book shopping for me, and she said, well, she already has these 2 books, so you might as well get her this one. And this is Does It Hurt? This is another, I don't think this has anything to do with the Adeline duology, but she knows that I like the dark romances. And she went on TikTok and she read some reviews, and she's like, I think Jackie will really like this book. So he got me this one. I love the lighthouse on this. That makes me very, very happy. But I know nothing about this book. I just know that H.D. Carlton writes dark, and Jen over at the Book Refuge, if I remember correctly, this is the book that she was like, I was not expecting that. And for her to say that's got some high hopes, guys, high hopes. That is not the only H.D. Carlton book that they purchased for me. They did purchase for me Where's Molly? This is a spin-off of the Cat and Mouse duology, The Hunting Adeline. So when they picked this up, they thought, okay, she should just have this one as well. So they got me this one, very, very short. I have not read the Haunting Adeline duology yet. Hunting Adeline, I'm just going to call it the Adeline duology because I don't remember if it's Haunting or Hunting that's first. I've not read it yet, but I'm assuming I have to read this one after I read these 2. So hopefully I will get to it, but it's on my collection, and both of these are aesthetic that I will definitely love. I am gathering a collection of black and white skull motif books. I feel like when my library gets designed, I'm going to have to create a shelf of just black and white motif with the skulls, because I have quite a lot of books that feature that. So I think I might actually do that in my library. What do you guys think? Let me know. But I've got this one. Let me know if anyone's read it and what you think. The next 4 books my husband purchased for me are a series, and I have already read 2 of them. So I was really excited to get the other 2, and I know that she already released a 5th one. So I'm like, oh, he didn't get that one, but it's okay. That is the, what is the series called again? Shit. I can't remember what the series is called. Anyway, it's what is this series called again? Chestnut Spring Series. That's what it's called. He did not get me the first. I'm just realizing he didn't get me the first one. He got me the 5th one. That is the Chestnut Spring Series by L.C. Silver, which includes Flawless, Heartless, Powerless, and Reckless. So I have Heartless, Powerless, Reckless, and then he bought me the new one, I guess the newest one, Hopeless. So I've got him. There we go. Yep. So I need to get one more to complete the set, but I have already read Heartless. I have already read this one. Yes, this is about Cade, Daddy Cade. Yeah, I remember him quite well, but I've already read this one. Hopeless follows Bo Eaton, Reckless follows Theo, and Powerless follows Jasper. So I do not have the Bull Rider one, but I've already read that one, so it's okay. So I'll just go pick that one up. But I have these 4. Yay. Thank you, babe. I'm literally just realizing that now too, that I don't have the first one, but it's a good thing I've already read it so I can just continue on. But I did listen to both of those on audiobook, and Heartless was definitely, that was a 5-star book for me. So I'm very excited to continue with the rest of them. And now I can directly, I just gotta go pick up another book to complete the set. So cool. Thank you. The next book that he picked up for me, I was actually really surprised that he picked this up for me because I was not expecting this. But turns out Elizabeth was the one that found it, and since there's glitter on the cover, she grabbed it so he didn't have to, because my husband has a thing about glitter. And that's Pucking Around by Emily Raff. I actually have one other Emily Rath book that I've not read, and I love hockey. I love sports romances. We all know this. And I've heard some really good things about this one. I've also heard some kind of shitty things about this one. So let's just be honest. But how cute of a fucking cover is this? This is like winter exploded, and I'm really excited about this one. So I probably will pick this one up fairly soon. But I just opened a picture, and there's a guy with a surfboard. I thought this was a hockey romance. Yeah, it's a hockey romance. So why is there a guy with a surfboard? I guess we'll find out. So, yeah, but I've got this one. So we'll definitely give it a shot. And I like the new covers. I like this motif. I think it'll look really, really nice. And for the last book that my husband purchased for me, and this was the cover by that he saw, and he's like, oh, Jackie's gonna fucking love this. And I've already read this book. So when he told me, he's like, I was being really, really daring, and I bought you a cover by. I was like, oh, that's so cool. What does it look like? And he's like, I can't tell you that. I'm like, is it a book that I've read? He's like, I don't know. And I'm like, is it an author that I like? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, Elizabeth, who's the author? And she told me. And I'm like, I've read one of her books, and I wasn't a big fan of it. And he's like, which book? I'm like, it has a skull on it. He's like, fuck. He happened to purchase a book for me that I have already read, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. Now, in his defense, I have eyeballed this cover. I have eyeballed this book. I'm just like, I did not like that book, but that cover is fucking gorgeous. Because she re-released this book with a new cover and some sprayed edges and shit. And when you see it, you will fucking understand, okay? But I was not the biggest fan of this book. I only gave it 2 stars. However, I did listen to it on audio, and the narration was not worth it. So I will give, because my husband went out on a limb and took a shot and bought me a genuinely fucking gorgeous book that I've been eyeballing myself. I just didn't purchase it because I've already read the book and I wasn't a fan of it. But I have wanted to give this author another try. So I will just give her another try with the same book, but I'll physically read it so I'm not annoyed by the fucking narration, because, oh my God, that narration was awful. And that is Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRue. Look at this, okay? Stunning. Okay, wait for it. Okay, see the teal, and then bam! Shut the fuck up. Yes, my husband did fucking fantastic. He did great. He did beautiful. It tops it off. Wait, it gets better. You open it up. Look at the end papers. Shut the front door. Are you shitting me? This is beautiful. And then you take the whole cover off, and it looks like this. Shut up. Shut up. I will give this book another shot just because of how beautiful this book is. And let's be honest, I'm a book person. There are books on my shelf that I think are shit, but I bought because they're a pretty cover. Okay? I bought this whole series right here for the covers, and I've only read one of them. Granted, loved the first book, so don't get me wrong, but there are books that I have read that have, I did not buy these books for the covers, but I would have. I was gifted these. These are gorgeous. Thank you, Christina. I love you. Just thought I'd throw that out there. James. Anyway, but seriously, look at this. This is a Jackie book. Yes. So I'm going to give this another try. I did read it over 2 years ago. So we're going to give this another shot, and then hopefully maybe pick up the rest of the trilogy when I hope the rest of the trilogy comes out in these beautiful editions, because I'm loving the beautiful editions that people are coming out with lately. I don't want to do Fairy Loot and all those, those really beautiful books that are on Fairy Loot and stuff. I don't have the money to do those. I just don't. I would love to, because some of those books are beautiful. But what they're coming out with in just regular stores, stepping up their game right here. Thank you. So that is what I got for Christmas for my husband. I think he did a really good job. What do you guys think? Let me know. He did get me a nice plethora, all romance, some dark, some light, some country, some sport, and some aliens. I mean, can you go wrong? Also, by the way, my husband is obsessed with aliens. He likes them, so of course I was gonna get an alien book. All right, so the next 3 books that I have are ones that I bought prior to Christmas, and they just kind of came in during Christmas. They were either really good deals, or I'm gonna be reading them very, very soon, or I just couldn't say no. And the first one is Celestine Martin's Witchful Thinking. This is the first installment in a trilogy. I don't remember what the trilogy is called. I don't remember what it's called. It's off the top of my head. I'm sorry. But the second book I also purchased, I will actually be reading for the Black Hat Book Coven. So when I found out that one of our picks was a sequel, you know how I am, girls, okay? You know how I am. I can't do that. So I had to definitely buy the first one. And there was a good deal. I did not buy the third one. There's a third one already out. I did not purchase it. But this one is Love is the Trickiest Spell of All. Lucinda Carraway loves living in Freya Grove. I think that might be the series name. The mystic seaside town where charms, hexes, and magical beings of all kinds are the norm. She spends her days teaching high school history. Ooh. And her nights reading tea leaves and tending to her conjuring garden. It's a good life, but she can't stop wishing for more. Until one night that wish turns into a spell and suddenly Lucy can't say no. Not to a public karaoke performance? Bitch, I can't say no to that. I'm not under a spell. What's your problem? Not to running a 10K? Okay, I will say no to that. Although my coworker, she's chewing it this year. She's working her ass off. That's one of her New Year's resolutions, to get me to fucking run. Jackie doesn't run. Jackie's got back problems. Okay. And most alarming, not to her high school crush, Alexander Dwyer, who needs her help unjinxing his new house, which just happens to be right across the street from hers. So maybe a combination of like the Yes Man and some witches. Sounds kind of fun. Now this one we'll be reading for the Black Hat Book Coven. So that's pretty cool. And this one is Sometimes Happily Ever After Takes a Touch of Magic. Ursula Carraway. Ooh, I love the name Ursula. I really actually love that fucking name. Even though her connotation is a sea witch, I still love that name. Ursula was this close to her fairy tale ending, but in a twist of fate, the witch finds herself heartbroken, her magic all but gone, and telling fortunes in a local psychic shop to make a living. Never again will she wish for anything. No glass slippers, no pumpkins, and absolutely no Prince Charming. His Royal Highness, Prince Xavier Alder, is a horrible fey prince. He'd rather tend to his gardens than schmooze at a ball, and he's never believed in fairy tale endings, so it's just his luck that he's been cursed by the fairy queen with a spell that can only be broken by a perfect kiss. I love it. Okay, so I might have some fun with these. These seem quite fun. And I have never read any Celestine. I don't know how I'm saying your name. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. But I've never read any of her books, so this will be fun. But now I own 2 of them. I own the first one and the second one. Go me. And the next book, I couldn't pass up. I couldn't put it down. I couldn't put it down. I couldn't pass it up because it was so fucking pretty. And I feel like I'm really, really going to love this. And this is also by Emily Rath, which I do have, who also wrote Pucking Around, which my husband got for me. But I bought this one on my own, and that is North is the Night, the international best-selling Emily Rath. Look at this cover. Look at this. Look how pretty this is. Look how wintry and gorgeous this is. Men have long been the heroes of our tales. Show the people what women can do to fight for those we love. Go north. Find... can't say that fucking word. I can't say that word. Good luck. If you can, save Anya, then return to us. We need you. I feel like this is some Aboriginal, Eskimo, Indigenous, Viking. This reminds me of Frozen 2. I'm not gonna lie to you. This reminds me of Frozen 2 with the little Eskimo people over here and stuff. But look at the side pages. Look how pretty. Look at the end papers. And look at the cover. Does this not scream like the best winter read ever? Oh, I cannot wait to curl up on my couch to read this. And then here is the reversible jacket if I want to reverse it. Like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. So, yeah. And here's the whole, yeah. Legit. Beautiful. Reversible dust jacket. Always nice. Always pleasant. That's always fun. So I'm very much looking forward to this one. I hope to put this on my TBR in the winter, a winter TBR for sure, because look at this book. It's beautiful. All right. And the last books I have are my book of the month that I purchased in December. These were the last book of the month that I have that came in, of course, late because I waited to the very last minute to order them. But here we go. So I've got The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Allie Carter. I just couldn't say no to this one. I just couldn't. It's too cute of a book. Just too cute looking of a book. Look at that. It's just so cute. Knives Out gets a rom-com twist in this rivals to lovers Christmas romance mystery from best-selling author Allie Carter. Never read anything from Allie Carter, so this will be new. The bridge is out, the phones are down, and the most famous mystery writer in the world just disappeared out of a locked room 3 days before Christmas. Meet Maggie Chase and Ethan Wyatt. She's the new queen of the cozy mystery. He's Mr. Big-Time Thriller guy. She hates his guts. He thinks her name is Marcy, no matter how many times she told him otherwise. But when they both accept a cryptic invitation to attend a Christmas house party at the English estate of a reclusive fan, neither's expecting their host to be the most powerful author in the world, Eleanor Ashley, the Duchess of Death herself. That night, the weather turns, and next morning, Eleanor is gone. She's vanished from a locked room, and Maggie has to wonder, is Eleanor in danger, or is it all some kind of test? Is Ethan the competition, or is he the only person in that snowbound mansion that she can trust? As the snow gets deeper and the stakes get higher, every clue will bring Maggie and Ethan closer to the truth and each other. Because this Christmas, these two rivals are going to have to become allies, and maybe more, if they have any hope of saving Eleanor, assuming they don't kill each other first. Clue with an author comedy Christmas twist. Sign me the fuck up. Absolutely. This is actually the book that I picked as my book of the month. Everything else in here was extra. And that is The 13th Child by Aaron A. Craig. I just thought this thing looked fucking dope as fuck. All right. I mean, look at this thing. This thing looks cool as shit. Hazel Trepes has always known she wasn't like her siblings, a 13th child. Promised to one of the gods, she spends her childhood waiting for her benefactor, Merrick, the god of death, to arrive and take her away. So maiden and death story. So Hades and Persephone. When he does, he lays out exactly what he's planned for Hazel's future. She will become a great and celebrated healer. To aid her endeavors, Merrick blesses Hazel with a gift, the ability to instantly deduce the exact cure needed to treat the sick, but all gifts come with a price. Hazel can see when death has claimed a patient and is tasked with ending their suffering permanently. Haunted by the ghosts of those she killed, Hazel longs to run, but destiny brings her to the royal court where she meets Leopold, a rakish prince with a disdain for everyone and everything. And that's where Hazel faces her biggest dilemma. Yet, should she save the life of a king marked to die? Hazel knows what she's meant to do and what her heart is urging her toward. But what will happen if she goes against the will of death himself? This was my book of the month pick for December. Sounds awesome. This one I have been eyeballing and I knew it was in book of the month selection, so I waited to purchase it through book of the month when I had some extra credits built up. And that is The Courting of Bristol Keats by Mary E. Pearson. Dangerous fae, dark secrets, addictive romance. After losing both their parents, Bristol Keats and her sisters struggle to stay afloat in their small, quiet town of Bowskeep. When Bristol begins to receive letters from an aunt she's never heard of, who promises she can help, she reluctantly agrees to meet, and discovers that everything she thought she knew about her family is a lie. Her father might even still be alive, not killed, but kidnapped by the terrifying creatures and taken to a whole other realm, the one he is from. Desperate to save her father and find the truth, Bristol journeys to a land of gods and fae and monsters. Pulled in the dangerous world of magic and intrigue, she makes deadly bargain with the fae leader, Tygan, I think is how you say his name. But what she doesn't know is that he's the one who drove her parents to live a life on the run, and he is just as determined as she is to find her father dead or alive. Sounds awesome. The next one, this is actually one of my pick for the Black Hat book covens. So of course I was gonna pick it up, and that is The Stone Witch of Florence. It's a historical witch witch book. A woman's secret, a deadly plague, unleash the forbidden magic. 1348, bitches! Hell yeah! Enjoy it. Okay, I already don't like her name. Generva de Gaspero has a gift. By harnessing the hidden powers of gemstones, she can heal the sick. But when word spread of her unusual abilities, she was condemned as a witch and banished. Now, as the Black Plague is ravaging Italy, the same men who expelled Genevra are begging for her return. I don't know how to say her fucking name, guys. This is my pick and I can't even say her fucking name. Generva's obliges, assuming the city's leaders are finally ready to accept her unorthodox cures and pandemic, but upon arrival, she is tasked with a much different mission. She must use her collection of jewels to track down a ruthless thief who is ransacking Florence's churches for priceless relics. The city only hopes for protection. If she succeeds, she'll be recognized as a physician and never accused of witchcraft again. But her investigation progresses. Generva discovers she's merely a pawn in a much larger scheme than the one she's been hired to solve. And the dangerous men behind the conspiracy won't think twice about killing a stone witch to get what they want. So I love gemstones. I love learning about their properties and things of that nature. So, and then I also need a witch book, historical. This has got all the makings to being something epic for Jackie. So I'm really having high hopes for this book. And we'll be reading it for the Black Hat Book Coven. So this one you will see at some point in time in the coming year, in the coming 2025. And the last book I picked was The Bog Wife by Kay Chronister. I love the title of this. In this atmospheric Appalachian Gothic, the Hadley siblings of West Virginia unearth long-buried secrets when the supernatural bargain entwining their fate with their ancestral land is suddenly ruptured. I think I'm not going to read the rest of it. I feel like that's enough to whet my appetite for this one. Because you have and then you have like, okay, if you look at this cover, it's very reminiscent of the original Reviving Ophelia cover. And I loved that book in high school. So I feel like there's something there. I do. I don't know what but I do. So those are all my book of the month. And this year they did send some Christmas stickers. Some people got a fucking hat. I didn't get a hat. And then I got a bookmark. This book is The Sheet. So another bookmark and stickers to add to my collection. But that is my book haul for Christmas, guys. Those are all the books that I got for gifts, books I purchased that happened to come around during the Christmas time, and then my book of the month books for the month of December. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if any of these books sound interesting to you, or if you've read any of this, let me know what I am in the store for. And also, I will see you guys soon with another video. I don't know when I'll have another haul, but it's me, so let's be honest, I probably will. So, and if you made it this far in the end of the video, let me know which book is prettier. Let me know. Okay, that's what I got for you guys today. I will see you guys all soon with another video. Bye.